plays a lot of fucking games. I said old world gamer plays a lot of fucking games. He plays all night and day. He plays his life away. I said old world gamer plays a lot of fucking games.
Hey everybody, it's the Old World Gamer, and I'm finally coming to you guys with, I'm now dubbing this my 150 subscriber episode, or special, or whatever you want to call it. It was originally supposed to be my 100 subscriber special, but me and my procrastinationness and stuff, and all the work that I've been kind of doing here lately, it's kind of set me back a little bit, so figured, hey, why not just call this the 150 subscriber special? So that's what I'm going to do. And in case there's any confusion, how come you're going to call it the 100? Ah, shut the fuck. Anyways, so I guess I should get right into the questions and stuff. So, I guess the first thing, I'll just go right through the list of questions that I was given. I don't have the specific names because I also had friends ask me a couple questions too, like ones that watch me through Facebook and stuff, usually like classmates and that kind of thing. So I figured, yeah, I'll just start on the questions. So the first thing is, oh shit, and I guess I should also say this is Terraria, in case you haven't seen it before. It's a fun game, kind of like Minecraft. I've heard a lot of people say there's a lot more items in this game than what's in Minecraft, and I do kind of like the 2D-ness compared to the 3D-ness because, well, kind of reminds me of like Final Fantasy or something like that, like from like the SNES and stuff. So, but anyways, yeah, I hope you guys are going to enjoy watching that because I'm sure that's better than watching just this, you know, a regular picture or something like that. And well, yeah. So yeah, again, let's get back to these questions. The whole point of the entire special. What is my favorite console? Right now, it's kind of a toss-up, just for the fact that I greatly enjoy playing the NES and the SNES, and I haven't been playing as much Sega Genesis. I used to play a lot of Sega Genesis growing up. So, but as of right now, I'm gonna say I have no idea which one to say. I should have prepared for actual questions and stuff like that as well, but I figured, hey, going on the fly is much, you know, funnier and, you know, realistic than, you know, having a stupid fucking script or something. So, let's see. So yeah, my favorite console, I'm probably gonna say the SNES for now. Although I mostly grew up with the NES a lot more than anything else. So, what is my favorite NES game? Jesus. My favorite NES game. Oh man, that's a really good question. Because I like the Mega Man games a lot, and I used to play a lot of Mega Man 4, and got back into Mega Man 2 recently. So, and I've always been a big fan of what else? Shadowgate. I was a huge fan of. Actually, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll modify the questions sometimes too, because obviously a favorite single game itself is just a broad topic. I mean, I don't know, there's a lot of consoles and a lot of good games. I mean, you know. So anyways, what else? Jesus. I used to play a lot of Chippendales Rescue Rangers, and I have both of those LPs actually recorded. It's just I have yet to put any of them up because I wanted to, you know, stay consistent with what I have already. Yeah, I don't know why I planted those trees like that in Terraria. I said I wasn't going to get into the game here, but I lied. Yeah, next question. My favorite SNES game. I really like Knights of the Round, which was all about like King Arthur and shit like that. There was also, what else? The Mega Man X series. I mean, more Mega Man. Big surprise there. I liked A Link to the Past. Pilot Wings was really, really fun. Played a bit of Star Fox, but I mean, it wasn't my favorite series by any means. I don't know. But yeah, next question. The Sega Genesis, my favorite Sega Genesis games. Subterranea was one that I can think of off the top of my head, and it's not that it was my favorite or anything, it's just that I thought it was a really cool flying shooter type game, or whatever you want to call it. And what else? There's a Jurassic Park, King's Bounty was a really fun one. That one's you just fuck around in a boat, more or less. And I don't know, I was really into the fantasy stuff, I guess, a lot more than anything else. Like anything, well, Jesus, that's pretty much every video game. What video game is actually realistic? That's kind of stupid. But let's see, more for the Sega Genesis. Chikan the Forever Man. There was the Mortal Kombat games, just because, I don't know, I played a lot of them on that. Same thing as the Street Fighter games. I played them more on the Sega Genesis than anything else. Let's see, who was my inspiration? Originally, the Angry Video Game Nerd, I'll be quite honest, because that's what I started off watching. I mean, I didn't really watch any of YouTube at the time, and this was only recent. It was only like a little over a year ago that I was, just constantly watching Pat the NES Punk, the Angry Video Game Nerd, what's his name, Roof from Clan of the Grey Wolf and stuff. I mean, they're all big, great guys, and they're not even like, huge on YouTube. They're just huge on their own, and I mean, good for them. But I mean, on YouTube itself, I would have to say I really got into Josh. Proton John, not Josh Jepson. I haven't watched much of Josh Jepson stuff yet, but I did watch some Proton John stuff, and I really liked his commentary just because he was real. He wasn't pushing it down for anybody or anything like that. And then there was Nintendo Capri Sun, which seems to be a fan favorite with like pretty much everybody. And I mean, I don't really blame him. I mean, he's really personable. He's a good video game player. I mean, most recently, I've watched most of his stuff that's been, I guess, more of the retro stuff, because as you all know, I'm a big retro gamer. And I've been watching a lot of his stuff, and it seems like more recently he's been kind of, I don't know, not doing as much retro stuff. Like he's been doing Mario Party and Skyward Sword and stuff like that. And I mean, that's fine. I know he was doing, excuse me, I know he was doing one of the Donkey Kong games. I think I think it was Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, or Diddy Kong's, I don't know, whichever one. The second one, I can't even remember the fucking name now, because Dixie Kong's Double Trouble is the third one. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. Let's see. Where do I live? I live in Newfoundland, which is a province in Canada. Newfoundland, Labrador, actually. We're pretty isolated. Like, I'm so jealous of all you guys who live anywhere that's not an island like this, because you have the chance of having a flea markets and good like yard sales and stuff like that, and you can leave and go to other places. I mean, I don't know. I like Newfoundland. It's a nice place to live and all, but I really hate that we're so isolated for everything. I mean, our choices of places to buy games are almost worthless for the fact that we have EB and like a couple of local places, and those places are like super conformed and stuff. Like, oh god, and I'm sorry not to be hating on anyone who likes Magic cards. I like the game. I used to play it on the Xbox all the time. But I'm not into Magic to play the games and the cards. But I mean, this guy used to, be big on the selling of video games and stuff, repairing systems. He used to always have like Ataris and ColecoVisions and stuff like all these other systems that you never really see around all that often, like that you would see at a flea market. And I mean, he was doing pretty good deals and stuff. And now he's all like, got a boner for fucking Magic or something. Like that's all he really uses his store for now, and it's, I don't know, it's just kind of sad and depressing for me anyways. And again, I'm not hating on Magic players, I'm just saying, like, I mean, if that's what he was originally, at least keep consistent. I mean, you don't have to only have Magic cards just because, you like playing it all of a sudden, or, you got a few customers who that's all they want to do. I mean, anyways, that was a huge fucking bullshit. There you go. You're getting to know me. I guess that's the whole point of the question and answer thing. What kind of job do I have? Jesus. Well, currently I'm actually a student at college, and I'm doing a summer work term with a popular telephone company, I guess, that's pretty much everywhere. And I'm a network technician, and don't let it fool you, because well, I have been helping the guys there with their computers more than I've been doing learning any or using my skills for anything else. I mean, more or less connecting new telephone systems up to a wired frame so that they can have a telephone number from their house that's coming from our building that generates the numbers and all the electrical equipment that's there. Anyways, a bunch of bullshit that's not really necessary, but I guess that's the best way to explain it. What's my first memory of video games? My first memory of video games. Well, I guess my most fond memory of video games is going out and finding my Nintendo under the Christmas tree. I had an Atari, and I think it was one of the shittier like Sears brand ones because we weren't exactly rich or anything back in the 80s, but we were doing fine or whatever. But yeah, I was not expecting to get a Nintendo for Christmas. I was asking for it for Santa Claus, obviously. I was only like, I don't know, 3 or something like that. And anyways, I remember having the Atari, and I think my mom's cousin took it, and he said that he was going to fix it. Where's my Atari now? I have no idea. He probably, I don't know, kept it or sold it or something. I don't know. Anyways, nothing I can do about that. So, I mean... but yeah, I got the Nintendo, and I remember because when you're a kid, what do? Oh, it's Christmas time, so you run out to the Christmas tree. Well, this is what I did anyways. I ran out to the Christmas tree, and in nothing but a pair of like tidy whities, and just so excited. And this is before I was had this awesome physique that I have now. But yeah, I remember running out, seeing this, and like, oh my god, picking it up and like running, because I knew as soon as I seen it, like, this is the only thing that this could be a Nintendo. Like, there's no other thing here that could be a Nintendo. So, this has to be a Nintendo. If it's anything else, if nothing else can be my Nintendo under the tree. So, anyways, I ran in, and I might have even actually ripped open it enough to notice that it was a Nintendo. And I ran into my mom's room. I was like, oh my god, I got a Nintendo. Oh my god. I don't even think I bothered opening anything up first. Or like, it was either that or I opened up everything super fast, didn't really give a fuck, because I was like, oh, I'm setting up this Nintendo now. And I just remember, like, Christmas morning, waiting for dinner or whatever, like, I guess we had breakfast or whatever, and I just sat there in the same, underwear or whatever, and just was so excited that I had a Nintendo. I just played Duck Hunt for, like, I don't know, 4 hours straight, and just didn't put it down. I just remember wearing a hard hat kind of thing, I guess, that I had as a toy or something. But anyways, that's, and just, that's what it was, yeah. And then dunking toast in the hot chocolate. So I probably ate like 4 slices of toast, like, so happy, because I was just like, on this big rush, and I'm just, shooting these ducks, and I'm like going all crazy. Oh, and I still gotta play some more Mario later. Oh my god, this is so awesome. So anyways, that is probably my first memory of video games. My most fond first memory of video games. And, back to the favorite games again. Favorite Nintendo 64 games. Obviously, Mario 64 was a huge one. Super Smash Brothers, Mario Golf. I love all the Mario sports games. They need to do more with that shit because those are awesome. I'm still begging Nintendo to do download content. I should do a video about it on, like, just the different ideas that I've thought about, because I'm sure everybody else has had ideas about it and stuff. But anyways, favorite and Nintendo 64 games. And I already said a couple of them. Jesus, I know that there's more than that. Oh, actually, this is going to be weird for me to say. Destruction Derby 64. I don't know why, but I had a lot of fun playing that game. And I am not a let's go race cars kind of thing. I just really like Destruction Derby. I did like the Ocarina of Time. I never played Majora's Mask at all. So, I've watched one of my friends play it, so don't go get mad at me. I will try and LP it when I actually own the game. So until that happens, I probably won't be using a ROM or anything like that. Favorite color? I think that's in my bio actually on the FOP website. I probably wrote down black, but black's not really a color, so I usually go with green as well. My recording equipment. Well, until like last week, I was using a Rock Band mic. Right now, I'm using a Blue Yeti microphone, which jerked me off with a handful of steel wool. This thing's fucking awesome. It makes my voice way more clear. I feel way more inclined to be myself when I'm, speaking into it, I guess. Oh, it's because of the phallic device. Shut the fuck. What else do I use? I use Sony Vegas in order to edit and render my videos. I use Debut. I've been trying to tell more and more people about Debut. It's incredible software. It has so many features. I mean, you're not limited to just doing AVIs or just doing MPEGs or just doing Flash or something. It has all that. Plus, it has like specifics for YouTube, specifics for Xbox 360, PlayStation 3. I think there's one there for Wii. It does like 3GP. It does everything, man. So, and not only that, but then it has like several different codecs that you can use for each of those video file types and stuff. Same thing, AVIs are there too. And then like you can change all the quality. I mean, you can have, I think there's a setting that's higher than the 1080 HD or the 1080p HD that you can get, and the size of the video files, though, by the sounds of it, are like crazy ridiculous. And I assume that's why no one really goes with that yet, because it would just be storage consuming. Anyways, other stuff. I'm using my shitty Pentium 4 computer. But yeah, I record with Debut. What else would I need? My phone. That's pretty much it. I mean, what else do you really need there other than that? I mean, I record most of my audio with one of the, I guess, other programs that come with Debut, and you can also use, what's it called? You can also use Sony Vegas to record your audio too, and to do up your audio. So, I mean, think about that. Use that if you haven't used it for audio yet. It's pretty good. And you can do several channels. I'm not sure how you go about recording several channels. You probably just, I guess, arm both to record, but one's for stereo and one's for microphone. You just go with it from there, right? You probably tie in the buttons so that you could hit both of them at the same time as well. But anyways, Jesus, I go on fucking random tangents so much. Oh god, I'm like nowhere on questions at all. Okay. What does the info on my channel mean? Hold control, press the plus sign. Well, if you've ever went to my channel, and most people already know this, most of the kids know all the fucking hotkeys, like motherfuckers anyway. But anyways, basically if you hold the control button and then press plus or the equal sign, whatever you want to call it, it'll zoom out. Or no, not the plus, Jesus, the minus sign. And what the minus does is that it brings your web page out so it gets smaller and smaller, and the plus sign makes it bigger and bigger. And basically I have extra information about my recording equipment and stuff like consoles I own, LPs that people, or like games that people have suggested I should LP and stuff. Let's see, what else? Next question. Will you play a Pokemon game? Yes, I will be playing a Pokemon game. I recently bought Pokemon Crystal. I own Pokemon Red. A friend of mine's given me Pokemon Yellow. And I recently also got Pokemon XD, which I will be LPing as soon as I'm done either Lost Levels or Legend of Zelda. Jesus, why was that so hard to think of? Favorite movie? Ooh, that's a good one. That's kind of like a list as well, but the first thing that pops in my head is Rock and Roller, which is like, I don't know what it is about the English films, like from UK and stuff, but they make some great fucking movies, and Rock and Roller was no exception whatsoever. It was so good. Let's see, what other movies do I like? Jesus, pretty much anything. I mean, I'll watch almost anything as long as it's not fucking bullshit. I mean, I've watched things. No, I don't want to say what that is because that's kind of racial. But let's just say Gay Ends from Outer Space. I'm sure people have heard of that movie before. It's kind of one of those cult movies. I don't know why these guys went and done this, but I guess they were all for it. And, I mean, I don't know, good for them, I guess. But yeah, I'll pretty much watch any movie. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, the first thing that popped in my head was Rock and Roller. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. You won't be disappointed whatsoever. Let's see. Favorite food? Chinese food. Chinese food gets me every goddamn time. let's see, what are they? I don't know, steak. Oh yeah, prime rib steak. You can like buy me out for prime rib steak as well. That or Chinese buffet, and I'm pretty much your buddy. What do I do in my spare time? Jesus, what spare time? I don't know. I do a lot with computers and stuff. I mean, Jesus, I'm 29. I've got, I don't know, fooling around with computers forever. I just started doing this, obviously, which takes up a lot of my time, and I'm not upset with that because I enjoy that I can, I have some way of expressing myself, and, it's fun, and, people are watching me play a game and enjoy watching it, and that makes me feel good because they enjoy it. And I hope at the same time that, people start enjoying retro games more. Get into retro games. They're great. I mean, they're a lot of fun, and they really test your skills. So, I mean, what else? I cook. Jesus, I don't know. I do more architectural drawing. I guess, I do house plans and that kind of thing. I don't do anything like art, I guess, if for lack of better words. I don't know. I write a lot as well. I don't know. That's pretty much it. Do I have any other channels? Yes, I do have a cooking channel named Stefan's Kitchen. I'll probably put a annotation in the description if I forget. But by all means, let me know because I probably will. Because this is getting up to Jesus, like 21 minutes or something now. Fuck, 22. Okay, halfway through the questions, anyways. Any other channels besides that? No, I'm with the FOP, Fellowship of Players, and basically they're a LPer review channel. They review channels of other LPers, and I started doing stuff with them not that long ago, actually, about a month or so now, and I mean, I've been, being more and more friendly with them, obviously, because, I have to work with them. We're a team, and I mean, they're really nice people. I don't know what else to say about it other than that. Yeah, that was the whole topic was, do I have any other channels? Jesus. But yeah, I don't really list that as my channel, but I get to help the community, and I like helping the community because, anything to bring all these people closer together and enjoying games together, none of that competition bullshit. How do you like working on the FOP team? I love working on the FOP team. I don't know if you guys, I just pretty much said that. It's fun working with Donald and Allison, Tyson, Randy, Em. I mean, you guys pretty much know all of us now. We have bios up and stuff now. It's just nice, that we're trying to, do something for the community and, help the community grow and have a place for them to go so they can, talk to each other and, I don't know. I just like helping the community. That's pretty much all I really want. Let's see. Least favorite big LPer. Well, I guess I did say. I don't know if I said it or not, but I love Nintendo Capri Sun too. By the way, me and his humor. Before, I guess I grew up to be a bit too old, or I don't know what you would call it. Jesus, I don't know. I used to be a pretty weird dude once upon a time, more or less, and his humor is a lot like my humor when I was younger. Jesus, that was kind of weird for me to get out then. But yeah, so he reminds me of him. Between him, he is younger me, and I find that Proton John is more or less older me. But obviously, both of them are way more charismatic, whatever the fuck you want to call it, while they're recording commentary and talking to you guys. Sometimes I have a bit of trouble just because, I don't know, I'm afraid of, making people feel weird around me. I don't know why, but, Anyways, what else is there? Oh, well, the question, least favorite big LPer. And I know a lot of you guys like him. He has a shitload of subscribers, and I'm not hating on him. I'm not a huge fan of Chugga Conroy, and mostly because I don't like the yelling. That's the only thing I don't really like about him. As soon as, I've watched a couple of his episodes where he just doesn't say, "Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy," and that was probably super loud for you guys, and I mean, that's what I feel like every time I go into his channel to watch something and just feel like, no, I don't want to watch this now just because you're, I don't know, you're yelling at me. Why are you yelling at me? I'm here to watch your stuff. You don't need to yell at me. But yeah, I guess he's my least favorite big LPer. He does do good work though. I mean, I've watched, like I said, I have watched some of his stuff. When he doesn't yell at me immediately, then I usually watch through his stuff, and he's pretty good at everything he does. I mean, I have no complaints about his videos by any means. Am I willing to do races or collabs? Yes. I've recently done one with the Dying Dragon, Castlevania, which should be up fairly soon. Anything else? I mean, I don't know. I do features with FOP, which I guess is kind of like a collab, if you want to call it that. But, that kind of stuff. Same thing with the podcast and stuff. But again, I don't know. Do you want to be partnered and why? To be quite honest, and I'm going to say this because I'm pretty sure I've said this in other things as well, everyone wants to be partnered. Even if they say they don't, they're full of shit. I'm sorry. If you can say whatever you want, the reason why you want your partnership can be anything. I mean, I'm not saying everyone wants money, but you know what? Again, that's another thing. Everyone needs money. So I'm sure you're not going to be like, oh man, someone gave me money, shitty. No, you're probably going to be like, Deadly, I really needed that to pay bills, or I really needed or wanted to get this thing, so now I can actually afford it. That's great and fun and all. I want the partnership because I do want the extra icons and stuff, just because I do want to help out, the community a bit more. I might, do something a little bit more unique. I had something in mind, more or less, to do with that. But, again, I'd have to be partnered for one thing. And the second thing is, I don't know. I want more people to frequent my channel so that they can see the work that I'm doing and see that I'm here to, do stuff with them, not to, just further myself, I guess. I don't know how to put that to be, I don't know. It's kind of blunt, I guess. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't really care about getting money all that much. I mean, if it comes, great. Awesome. I could use money. Like I said, everyone should say that they need money because, you know what, they do. So, I mean, plain and simple, yeah, I'd love to have a partnership. Not for that reason. I'd like to have it just so I can, I don't know, get myself out there a little bit more. And again, not to promote myself to get something, but so that I can help people realize how great retro games are. There's a reason why I play them. I mean, you wouldn't have the great games you have today, like on your PS3 and Xbox 360, if it wasn't for the Nintendo and stuff. Why do you think they have download content of old games that were out once upon a time on these older systems? Because still to this day, they're fucking awesome, and they're what started everything. Again, off topic again, goddamn. Why do I LP and what made me begin LPs? I kind of covered that with I was watching AVGN and stuff and Pat and stuff, and I was thinking like, not to toot my own horn or be an egotist or anything, but I've been told that I've been funny. I'm not gonna lie, that's I've been told I'm funny, so I figured, hey, if I'm funny and I like video games, I'm pretty goddamn sure I could do something similar to what these guys are doing. So, I tried it out, and as I started doing it, first I wanted to just do reviews like they did. Then I started noticing this new thing that everyone was doing called, Let's Plays. Well, it's probably not new because, I'm old as fuck and I just was against YouTube when it first came out just because I don't want to watch some stupid people's fucking, videos of bullshit that they do at home. But then I realized that there's obviously a whole lot more to it. So anyways, yeah, that's pretty much what made me do it. Why do I LP? Because I want people to, see more retro games. Like, Jesus, do you know how many games I've looked for to, give people feedback on and stuff, and it says, like, 0 results, or, like, 3 years ago was the last time it was LP'd. I'm just like, seriously? You gotta have, like, 1,000 people watching it before you're gonna get anyone to do, like, I don't know, more people should do more retro games. Again, I can't stress that enough. Current fave video game music. I will play it for you for a second, and then I'll tell you what it's called. that was called the Cannery, which was from Chippendales Rescue Rangers for the NES. And I'm really into old 8-bit music. But yeah, that was the last level in Chippendales. That was the music, and I don't know why, but I fucking love that music so much. And but yeah, that's currently my favorite video game music right now. I'll listen to that every now and again. Sometimes some Castlevania like stuff, whatever like that. That kind of gets me going, puts me in a better mood. And yeah, I guess that's all for that. Do I do live or post commentary? Usually I do post commentary. Like obviously right now this is post, because it's not while I'm playing Terraria. Fuck that. You know how much I would not pay attention to what I'm doing right now, trying to talk to you guys. I'd be just like, what is it? Ooh, getting some gold. Oh yeah, I'm doing a Q&A. Oh yeah, well, so, and then I'd have to be like, oh fuck, I fucked all that. But no, I have usually done post commentary, and I do post on Pirates and Final Fantasy VI, my side LPs. But most recently, I've been doing live commentary for Legend of Zelda, and I've been doing live commentary for Mario Brothers Last Levels, and they've been working out fairly well for me. I've been getting a few more views than I expected I would get. I didn't know it was going to affect it that much, and what else? It seems like a lot of people find it funny, and they enjoy watching the live commentary. So I might actually continue on with that. I'm not sure yet. So. What program do I use to edit? I did cover that earlier. I use Sony Vegas. So by all means, if you have any questions, I'll try and answer them if I know how to do it. What was my main thought to begin doing LPs? I kind of covered out the AVGN and patent them. If they can do it, I can do it. Do I enjoy voice acting? Yes. When I was younger, I used to, and again, that's when I was saying how, you know, the weirdness of NCS, Nintendo Capri Sun. What I was referring to is like I'd always do voices, or you know, I always find farts, poop, that kind of stuff is funny to me. You can say it's because I'm Canadian. Yeah, way to go, South Park. But I mean, I don't know. I just I do find voice acting a lot of fun, and that's I guess the reason for it, because I used to do it a lot. I guess when I was a kid, just. Not more or less voice acting as much as just, you know, talking weird or whatever, and, you know, repeating commercials or stuff from TV, or make my own little voices or something for, you know, just different things. Like, yeah, I don't even know. I don't even want to go into that kind of stuff. But yes, I thoroughly enjoy voice acting. I've pretty much told anybody who knows me, like, if you need someone to do some voice acting for you, by all means, let me know, because I'd be more than happy to, you know, voice act in any of your LPs. And I'm pretty open to doing almost pretty much anything. I'll even do a woman's voice. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the best woman's voice. I mean, you can hear how deep I am. And yeah, no, I'm not the deepest guy in the world. That sounds weird. I don't have the deepest voice in the world. That sounds much better. There we go. But, yeah, I'll pretty much try anything. I'll do a woman's voice if you want me to. So, yes, I enjoy voice acting. Do I accept game donations? Yeah. I actually had to think about putting this on there as a question, just for the fact that I don't like mentioning, like, I did say not too long ago that I was looking for 500 plus cartridges of what is it called? Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt, and you know, the original game, because I mean there's like fucking so many millions of them. But anyways, I'm looking for like 500 plus games of those. So I did kind of ask for games, but I mean those things go for like, dude, can you please take this so it's not taking up space in my house, kind of thing. So that's the way I kind of looked at it. But I mean, quite honestly, if you really have, you know, games that you don't want and you want to donate them to me, I'm not saying you have to, but I mean, if that's what you want to do, I'm not going to say no, for one thing, because obviously most of you know that I am a huge collector. I don't have a huge collection, but I am a huge collector, and Jesus, I should have got a glass of water or something. But yeah, if you really want to, send me a donation of anything, by all means, let me know. And it doesn't even have to be a game. I'm fine with any kind of video game memorabilia. If you want to do like, artwork of me or something like that, anything like that, fine. I'm cool with, getting anything from anyone pretty much, because, the more I communicate with everybody else that's out there, in the community and stuff, that makes me happier, because that's great. We should be, communicating more, and we should be, friendlier with each other and stuff. So yeah, to answer your question, yes, I'll accept game donations, any kind of donations, gifts, whatever the hell you want to call it. That's fine. Please, by all means, one thing I will say, don't ever give me fucking money. Don't ask if I want money. I don't want money. Again, that was the whole partnership thing that I was talking about. They're supposed to be the ones giving me money, not you guys. So, no, that's one thing I will definitely say. Like, I'm sorry, if you want to give me $1,000, I'm probably going to put it right into a fucking charity, just because I don't want to be the guy known, I don't want to be known as the guy who took money from somebody, and, because, fuck that whole thing. So, yes, I do accept game donations. Oh my god, this is going to be so fucking long. And I apologize. Anyone who sticks through all this, you're pretty much my biggest fans for actually wanting to listen to all this. Biggest fear and challenge about starting LPs. I don't know, that I wouldn't be well received. I'm a bit of an older dude. I'm not huge on all, this whole memes thing. Took forever before I even knew what the fuck that shit was all about. And to be quite honest, I still don't know what all that shit's all about. I know a little bit, but I don't know, it's just those words and shit that people use that I just really don't care about. I believe when I first started playing Guild Wars, several years ago, people were saying T-E-H for the, and I was like, why is everyone making this fucking misspelling? Are you fucking retarded? What's wrong with you? But that's just the thing. So, I'll go with that. Whatever, I'm fine. I can move with the times. Yo. Whoa, my mother slime down there. I just looked up at the game there for a second. So, yeah, that's my biggest fear and challenge, that no one was going to actually like any of my shit. No one's going to want to fucking talk to me, subscribe to me. And I've been actually doing quite fine for myself, so I have no complaints. Most of my fears have been absolved for the most part. How do I feel about my progress thus far? Good. At first I thought, oh man, it doesn't seem like no one likes my stuff. But then it kept jumping up and jumping up. And here recently I've been getting a lot of views and stuff. So that's been making me really happy, because, the sub count is fine and all, but subs really tell you who actually wants to watch your stuff. Be reminded of it, while the other views are just people who are happy to, oh yeah, what about this guy, what's he doing now, and then, they come and look at me, and, they watch some of my stuff, or they watch a playlist or two, and that's cool too. Everyone's entitled to watch or do whatever the hell they want, what was the question again? How do I feel about my progress this far? But yeah, so far I've been doing fairly well. I've seen people who got partnered who, I'm sorry if this sounds bad, but they don't deserve to be partnered. They've had less subs than I have now, and half the views, and they get partnered because they probably just knew somebody in one of those channels that partners people. And quite honestly, I think that is unfair to everybody else, because, oh, well, I know someone, so therefore, I'm going to get partnered, even though I don't deserve it. Because I know that they all have these, you gotta have this many views, and you gotta have this many subs, and, I don't expect to have everything all the time. No, fuck that. I know that. But, if you're gonna be giving it to someone who has, 100 subs and, 6,000 fucking views or something, then, yeah, I'm probably gonna say something about it, because it's just, not because I'm pissed off that I don't have it, but I'm pissed off that, why the hell did they get it for no fucking reason? But anyways, yeah, I think I've been progressing fairly good for myself so far, to answer that question. Will I put content other than LPs on my channel so the audience can get to know me? I have been. I've been doing updates. I've been pretty personal in a lot of my LPs, to be quite honest. That, and I also have a cooking channel. I've been wanting to get up a blog channel, but again, I've been busy as fuck lately, so I don't know. I don't know. I've been doing fairly well as it is. So I mean, if I have those other two channels, I don't think that I need to really put up anything else. I mean, other than LP. I don't know. What else do you mean? I mean, I plan on putting a few other things up on my channel other than LPs, but it's still going to be video game based regardless. I mean, this is going to be my video game based account, channel, whatever the hell you want to call it. So, all-time favorite retro game. Jesus. Again, that's such a broad question that's why I probably answered it for all those other fucking, you know, I don't know why I put that down again. That's kind of stupid. But yeah, if I had to say all time, probably Mario 3, just because that one sticks out of anybody. Like, that one's one that, you know, if you're a retro gamer, you've played and finished it, and you know pretty much everything about it, kind of thing. And then there's, you know, the ones that, the new people who are like, oh, I haven't really played Mario 3, but I know a lot about it because, you know, it's a big, you know, retro game or whatever. So I would say that's probably my all-time favorite retro game, just because it makes sense to be an all-time favorite. Do I have any random tips for LPers that picked up over time? Yeah. When someone gives you feedback, because I'm also guilty of this, I've done it more than enough, believe me. I'm not trying to pick on anyone, because I leave feedback for like 100 people every week, and I'm not, you know, exaggerating, and nor am I trying to, you know, pat myself in the back for it, but I leave feedback for about 100 people every week, and most of the time all I get is, thanks, I really appreciate it. And to me that says, yeah, but you don't care enough to actually, you know, I don't know. Anyways, to put more time into, you know, putting back, you know, if I'm putting down a, 200 or 300 word comment, you can at least put down a 100 words or 100 character fucking response to it. Don't be fucking lazy. That's how you get to know people. That's how you get people to actually watch your shit and actually come back to your channel to watch more of your shit. And I'm sorry if that sounds rude, but I'm not trying to say that your videos are shit. I'm just saying, you know, all of your videos in general. It's an expression. Let's see, what else do we got here? Fuck, this thing's gonna go for like a fucking hour. No, the random tips thing? Yeah. Also, if someone tells you about something or they want to freely give you advice on Lping and stuff, take it. I mean, if you're going to help yourself, good. That's what you should be doing. If you want to get better, you will let people help you if they're offering to help. Yeah, and don't be, you know, don't be groupish. You know, you can be friends with people and do stuff with people in a group and stuff like that, yes, but I mean, like, don't make it seem like, oh, all I want to talk to is these people in a group. You know, that kind of thing. So that's just random tips, I guess. What got me into video games when I was young? Arcades. Jesus Christ, my mom would give me $2, like 8 quarters, and that was more than enough to get me hooked on fucking games. Because, and then you go to like Chuck E. Cheese's where you get like, I don't know, you get a shitload of, I think it's like 8 their tokens for $1. So anyways, I can't even remember what the conversion was back then, but anyways, arcades and like going to people's birthdays, because I used to live in Ontario actually, up in Toronto, and yeah, so I kind of had some experience with Chuck E. Cheese's and arcades and stuff. There was an arcade in Pickering, Ontario that, like, to this day I still want to go back just so I can see if it's still there, because it was such an awesome arcade. Like, whenever my mom said that she was going to Pickering, like, I knew, like, yeah, I'm gonna get to go and go to the arcades, and I'm so fucking looking forward to that. So that's what got me into video games. What do I enjoy the most about LPing? Meeting all the new people and getting involved, and, you know, just talking about something as interesting and as vast. And I mean, the topic of video games itself is fucking huge, and I think more people should get into it. It shouldn't be limited to just young people. I mean, Nintendo are smart by trying to, you know, get the older generations and stuff to try and play it, but again, this is another rant for another time, but Nintendo stopped being a bunch of pussies about stuff and, you know, go back to what you used to do. Just put out games that were awesome. Don't worry, but, you know, you can still, you know, have your, you know, no tits and shit flying around everywhere and cursing and stuff. That's fine. People can get along with that, fine. And that's what, most of the generation are like anyways. They don't mind that stuff. That's great. Especially for the parents. That's because parents are all fucking bumhurt over that shit all the time anyways. But, yeah, what I enjoy about LPing, Jesus Christ, is getting to know everybody out there that LPs and getting to talk about video games. Last few questions. What modern games do I like to play? I've been playing a lot of Skyrim. I like those sandbox games, I guess that's what they call them or something like that. Or these, like, massive, not MMOs, fucking, explorative RPGs. That's how I refer to them as. Fucking, like I said, Skyrim and Oblivion and fucking, shit, what's some of those other ones? I can't even remember them now. What else? I like some of the Resident Evil games. I do like some of the FPSs. My favorite FPS game was Counter-Strike. I was a big Counter-Strike fan. I played it a lot in college and stuff. More modern games. I'll pretty much play anything. I've played Rock Band because I used to be in a band once upon a time. I was a vocalist. Well, there's something I didn't. There you go. You're getting to know me again, even more. So I used to be a vocalist once upon a time for a band. The guy who actually does my music is the one who I was in a band with, and well, obviously I left for university and college and stuff. And I mean, why would he wait around for me to, for me to come back to keep continuing with the band? Obviously, he went on his own way, kind of thing. But I mean, we're obviously really good friends. He's still into the band thing, and we used to do open mic a little bit when we were going to college together in Stephenville. But I mean, it was nothing big or anything like that. I mean, I was fine to stay out of that, and it was probably better for me too, because in that way, it's not me just because knowing the way that I am, when I get something in my head, that's all I want to do, kind of thing. So I probably would have just stayed up all night just trying to hey, let's practice, or I don't know, instead of doing what I'm there to do, which is study and stuff, because I went through for cooking. Which, that was a weird spin-off from fucking modern games and stuff. What made me want to... Jesus. What made me want to collect games and the Collection Builder series? I've owned... the only games that I've ever let go of in my entire collection, well, obviously they're not in my collection anymore if I don't have them, but what I'm trying to say is the only things that's ever left my hands, video game-wise, is the shit that my uncle took back on me because he said, here, you can have this Super Nintendo, my games and stuff, and then he pretty much decided that, no, I want that back, 10 years later, so that was a dickhead move on his part. Then there was, what else? Oh, people who stole games, places where I've left them. There was a girl I knew up in PEI who, as far as I know, I don't know, she probably threw them away or something by now, but she used to have my Tetris game, and or Tetris game, Jesus. Tetris for Nintendo, a few more Nintendo games and stuff, and I left them at her place, but that was my own stupid fault for not picking them up to begin with. And the very last question, did I start LPing so people could hear my thoughts on the game? Yeah, to an extent. To an extent. That's exactly what I want. Well, I mean, I wanted people to know why I like games, what my reasoning was for why I liked, certain games, or what I thought of different games. Like I said, I was watching AVGN and Pat, and they pretty much review games, so that's what I had in mind. I wanted people to know what I thought of games, and I wanted to be, more or less a comedian and be funny, and I wanted people to appreciate, my humor and the games that I liked and don't like, kind of thing. So there's not many games I don't really like, so that's kind of a negative part in that aspect. But anyways, this has been a fucking going on for 50 minutes, 49 and a half minutes right now. So you know what, guys? I'm going to wrap it up here. If you have any more questions, by all means, leave them for me, because I'll probably just do another video if you really like them that much. I mean, this is kind of like a podcast type thing if you really think about it. But yeah, this is my Q&A. Before I go, what I have to say is that all my views and everything that I've been getting that's been going great for me on my channel, I owe to everybody who watches. So, thank you very much. I always appreciate any suggestions you guys have. You guys have been there for me pretty much through this entire time. For a lot of you have, because I mean, a about 50% or more probably were around for a lot longer than some of you, and that's just because, you guys came more recently and stuff. But I appreciate everybody, and I appreciate, you guys taking the time to actually stop and look at my content and listen to what I have to say, and take the chance to talk to me and get to know me. I appreciate that, and I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have anybody to watch me anyways. I'd just be, like I said before, I'd just be some old dude talking about fucking games to myself. So, believe me, I appreciate everyone who subs to me, everyone who views my channel, everyone who talks to me, and even those who don't subscribe. You know what? That's fine. I don't need you to subscribe. I just need you to show me some support, and a lot of you do. So, I mean, I have no complaints about that. So, again, like I said, I love you guys. Thank you very much for getting me up to 150, almost at 160 subscribers as of today, actually. So, I'm definitely making my way up there. My big goal right now is at, top of my subs right now is, what I want to top out at, more or less, or I'll be happy and won't worry about if I get more or less, will be 1,000. If I can get 1,000 subscribers, I'll be happy. I don't care if I get any more than that, because then I'll have a solid, base of people who I know that like my content and who enjoy watching what I do. So, as I always say to you guys, thank you guys for watching. I'm the Old World Gamer, and I'll see you guys for my next episode. Good night, guys.